5 features that iPhones do better than Android devices. Whatever smartphone you buy, you'll get a lot of the same features, but there are some that iPhones do much better than Android devices. Pick an iPhone to enjoy these smartphone features. In the end, the best mobile operating system or smartphone is the one that offers the features and apps that are most important to you. If you place a high value on the features, then an iPhone is likely the better option. However, there are also some convincing reasons to choose Android. So be sure to weigh your options carefully before making your final decision. Choosing a specific smartphone brand or operating system is often a personal decision based on your preferences or past experience. But if you've been with one brand for a long time, you might not realize how it compares to others. For example, how do iPhones compare to Android devices these days? Well, experts think they compare favorably. So here's a list of all the features that iPhones handle better than Android devices. Number 5. Ecosystem integration. A MacBook, Magic Keyboard, Magic Mouse, iPhone, and AirPods. If you want a seamless and integrated experience across all your devices, then iOS is the way to go. Apple's ecosystem is designed to accommodate its users in every aspect of their digital journey, providing you with a cohesive and convenient experience. From how your devices communicate seamlessly to how you can easily access various Apple services. For example, the handoff feature allows you to start a task on one Apple device and pick it up where you left off on another. You also have AirDrop, which makes it easy to share files between Apple devices, or iCloud Keychain, which synchronizes your passwords across all your devices. While Apple is still ahead of the competition, Google is quickly catching up with its ecosystem integrations. Still, only time will tell if it will ever be able to surpass Apple. For now, however, iOS remains the superior platform in this regard. Number 4. Built-in apps and features. Each operating system has a suite of built-in apps and features, but iOS has the edge over Android in this department. Granted, you will probably disagree if you are a first-time iPhone user who is not yet deep into Apple's ecosystem. You could argue the iPhone has more bloatware than Android devices because new iPhones come with several pre-installed apps, which you might find unnecessary, like Apple TV, Watch, or Stocks. However, the same argument holds if you flip the script. In fact, in addition to the native apps that come with the stock Android OS, most Android devices come pre-installed with other third-party apps from their respective manufacturers and carriers. Many users find these apps to be nothing more than bloatware that takes up valuable storage space and memory. That aside, collectively, Apple's built-in apps and features are generally better than the Android counterparts. For example, Apple's built-in markup feature allows you to add a signature to your document. Apple's iMessage is the superior messaging platform, and Keychain offers a more comprehensive and convenient password management solution than what is available on Android. Not to mention the Shortcuts app, which allows you to automate everyday tasks on your iPhone. Number 3. Third-party software security. When it comes to app security, quality, and functionality, the App Store consistently outshines Google Play. There are several reasons for this. Apple requires all apps to undergo a rigorous review before making them available to users through the App Store. This ensures that apps meet specific standards of quality and security. Although Google also has a review process for apps submitted to the Play Store, it's not as comprehensive as Apple's, resulting in many low-quality and malicious apps slipping through the cracks. Sideloading apps, installing them from unofficial app stores, is more complicated on iOS than on Android. As a result, iPhone users are less likely to be exposed to subpar or malicious apps. Developers have to pay a higher yearly fee to publish apps on the App Store than the one-time payment for the Play Store. This results in a smaller pool of developers making apps available on iOS. It also leads to better quality and more polished apps overall. Apple makes its hardware and software and has fewer devices, making it easier for developers to optimize apps for the iPhone. This results in a better overall experience for users. The same cannot be said about Android devices, which come in all shapes and sizes from various manufacturers, making it more challenging for developers to optimize their apps for each brand. This is especially apparent when using social media apps like Instagram or Snapchat, as they typically have poorer in-app cameras on Android than on iOS. Number 2. The setup process. Apple is better at helping you get started and set up a new iPhone than any other company. While Google allows you to transfer some data and settings from an old Android device to a new one through Google Drive, it's not as comprehensive or seamless as Apple's solution. With an iOS device, you can transfer everything using your Apple ID, from your contacts and calendars to your app layout and system settings. Your new iPhone looks new but feels yours, with everything where it's supposed to be after very little effort. Apple even takes it up another notch by helping enterprises manage and deploy new devices through its Device Enrollment Program, DEP. This makes it easy for 8 departments to pre-configure iPhone and iPad settings, apps, and access to company resources. Number 1. Haptic Feedback. A hand approaching a smartphone with waves in a black background. Haptic feedback is the vibration pattern you feel when interacting with a phone. This is one of those subtle features you immediately notice when switching from Android to iOS or start missing when interacting with an Android device. The iPhone's haptic feedback experience is a joy to behold, as it feels more natural and consistent, and provides different sensations for different interactions. Apple's Haptic engine provides an unmatched haptic feedback experience, from the strong vibration that mimics your ringtone and becomes less intense as you pick up your phone, to the more subtle haptics you feel when unlocking your iOS device using Face ID. Still in doubt? Head to the Torch app in the iOS Control Center and move your finger up and down the slider to feel the subtle, almost invisible, haptic feedback that ensues as you increase and decrease the intensity of the light. You can also head to the Clock app to feel the clicky feedback as you interact with the stopwatch or timer. On the Android side, haptic feedback is a bit more hit or miss. Some Android devices, like the Pixel 6, have a good haptic feedback system, while others are more like cheap knockoffs. If you are happy with our service, please do not forget to leave a nice comments, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, and hope to see you again in our next video. This is your favorite channel, The Top Tech, rolling out.